Shocking, Taehyung made a new breakthrough in the Korean music industry. Jungkook is very proud of this. No one expected the latest step of Kim Taehyung, or better known by his stage name V from BTS, again rocked the Korean music industry. The world of K-pop entertainment, which has been full of competition and fast-changing trends, is now turning to one name that has always managed to balance between art and popularity: Taehyung. But what's most touching isn't just the new success itself. It's the reaction of BTS's youngest brother Jungkook, who looks so proud and emotional when he talks about his best friend's big move. The new breakthrough that Taehyung has made this time is not just a musical comeback or an ordinary solo project. He launched a work that many critics called a form of personal revolution in the aesthetics of Korean music. With a concept that transcends genre boundaries, Taehyung blends elements of jazz, soul, and retro blues in a project he describes as a journey in silence. Many refer to it as an artistic daring that K-pop idols rarely do. While other idols ran after global trends and streaming numbers, Taehyung instead chose the quiet path. Music that speaks through honesty, not algorithms. In an interview that went viral on social media, Taehyung said in a calm but firm tone, "I don't want my music to be just a passing sound in the ear. I want it to be something that leaves a mark on the heart." The sentence immediately exploded on various online platforms, being considered a symbol of the courage of an artist who chooses to be true to his own soul. But no less interesting, public attention was precisely focused on Jungkook's reaction. In a live broadcast he did a few days after the release of the Taehyung project, Jungkook, without hesitation, showed his pride. "I watched it all, and I can only say one thing. I'm proud of you, Taehyung," Jungkook said. He then added in a soft voice, "She was always different, always believed in what she felt, and I think that's why her music is so alive." Those words shook the hearts of the fans. Many know that the relationship between Jungkook and Taehyung is not just a coworker, but a brotherhood that grows amid the harsh pressures of the entertainment industry. They were both youthful debuts, both growing up under the spotlight of the world, and both going through phases when public expectations were stifling. So when Taehyung dares to take a risky artistic step, Jungkook is the first to understand just how strenuous the process behind it is. South Korean media described Taehyung's new project as a work that brings human warmth into the machinery of the K-pop industry. Many music producers felt that Taehyung's courage could open up new paths for other artists who want to explore themselves without fear of losing the market. He's like a reminder to all of us that music is not about popularity alone, but about honesty and the courage to be yourself. The Korea Herald wrote in its review. Meanwhile, the army, as BTS fans are called, flooded social media with the hashtags #TaehyungRevolution and #Proud of Jungkook and Taehyung. They not only praised Taehyung's musical work, but also the genuine relationship seen between the two BTS members. "They are two souls who grew up together and understand each other more than anyone else," a fan wrote on X, Twitter. When Jungkook says "I'm proud of you," it's not just a greeting. It's a sincere form of love and appreciation. In a behind-the-scenes moment that was leaked to the public, Jungkook was seen coming secretly to the set of Taehyung's music video. He stood in the corner of the studio, looked at Taehyung, who was taking an important scene, and smiled a little. After filming was over, Jungkook approached her and gave her a brief hug, without many words, but enough to describe everything. The moment went viral because it represented an emotional intimacy rarely seen in Korea's rigid and protocol-filled entertainment industry. One of the producers who worked on the project even leaked that Jungkook had offered to help with the recording process. He came into the studio, brought coffee for all the crew, then sat quietly listening to Taehyung sing. After that he said, "Hyung, your music makes me feel at home," the producer said. This story further strengthened the belief of many people that the relationship between the two was not only established because of work, but because of mutual respect as artists. Taehyung's breakthrough also marks a major shift in the way the public views K-pop artists. Usually, an idol's solo project is perceived only as an extension of the group's popularity. But Taehyung managed to separate his identity from BTS's big shadow without losing the soul of the group itself. He wrote, composed, and produced most of his own songs. And it became a symbol of the artistic independence that was becoming scarce in an industry that was all but controlled by major labels. Interestingly, in the midst of all that spotlight, Taehyung remains humble. In a radio interview, he cited Jungkook as one of his biggest motivations. "I learned a lot from Jungkook. He has an incredible discipline and spirit. I'm proud to grow up with him," she said with a gentle smile. The statement left the listeners speechless because rarely do two world megastars talk to each other with such humility. Perhaps that's what makes their relationship so special in the public eye: authenticity. There is no false image, no artificial drama, just two young men who support each other in their artistic and life journey. Jungkook, who is known to be a perfectionist and sensitive, seemed to find peace when he saw Taehyung dare to follow his inner voice. Instead, Taehyung always says that Jungkook gave him the strength to keep daring to try new things. Now, as Taehyung's new breakthrough continues to dominate the charts and spark discussion around the world, many believe that this moment will be remembered as a turning point for modern Korean music. Not because of sales figures or audience numbers, but because of an artist's courage to be true to himself and a sincere best friend's support by his side. For Jungkook, perhaps that pride comes not from Taehyung's success alone, but from the fact that he sees someone he's known since adolescence now standing tall as a true artist. At the end of his live broadcast, Jungkook said, "Sometimes I look at him and think, he really lives his own way. And I want that too." That sentence left the audience speechless, because behind those simple words lay a sense of awe, love, and longing for true freedom. And so, amid the glitter of the stage and the spotlight of the world, the story of two Taegu children once again reminds us that music is not just a sound. It is the journey of two hearts that grow together, strengthen each other, and continue to light a fire in the midst of the darkness of an industry that often forgets the true meaning of a work. Taehyung's success in creating a new buzz in the Korean music industry not only became the spotlight of the local media, but also shook the international world. Many musicians from abroad gave open praise to his latest project. From American music producers to European composers, they judged that Taehyung had brought an Asian emotional touch rarely found in modern global music. Not just a beautiful song, but an inner experience that feels so intimate and honest. And among all the flattery, Jungkook's figure is back in the limelight due to his sincere emotional reaction. Behind the scenes, Taehyung once said in an interview that one of the reasons he dared to take a big musical risk was because Jungkook always supported him unconditionally. "He always told me, 'Do what you believe in. I'm behind you,'" Taehyung said with a smile in the behind-the-scenes interview. That simple sentence turned out to be the lifeblood of his artistic journey this time. Because in a world of entertainment full of pressure and expectations, having someone who trusts your steps completely is a rare strength. The night the album was released, Jungkook reportedly watched its digital release live. He posted fire and heart emojis on the Weverse platform, followed by a short comment, "Hyung, you made something that will be remembered forever." Army who saw it immediately flooded the comments with virtual tears,